I just had this overwhelming urge to pick up my camera and record this moments, this period of my life. I've just written my letter of resignation and I'm about to send it. The time is 8:45 p.m. I just got back from work. I know that my heart is beating, like my chest is racing. But at the same time, this is a decision that I did not take out of haste. I just feel like it's the best thing to do. I guess this is the push I actually needed.
Surprise! Yes, to be honest, I have been holding off on making this video because I don't really know what to say, but I have decided to talk to you guys as if I am talking to my friends in real life and telling them that I have actually quit my job. Obviously, there's multiple different factors as to how and why that happened. All I'm saying now is that I got back from my 9 to 5 one evening and I sat at my table, brought out my laptop, typed my resignation and sent that mail without a backup plan, without an emergency fund or any savings. I worked as a manager at this retail organization, and getting my position was somewhat a miracle because what I'd initially gone in for at the time of the interview was totally different from what I ended up getting. I have a full video about how that happened and I suggest you go watch that so you understand some of the things I'll be talking about in this video. Getting that job was so surreal for me because I did not really see that coming, and being in this privileged position, especially when I look at how it all played out, I am so glad I can say I got to do it. For the first few months, I would say it was an amazing experience. I got to meet great people. I had an amazing team. I loved what I did and I enjoyed spending time at my workplace. And I think for me, when things started to shift was coming into this year, 2024. I am not going to talk too long on this because there are a lot of nuances that happened, and if I think, well, of course I can remember a lot of them, but the purpose of this video is not to talk about that. And the majority of the time I spent at that place was really amazing, but obviously there are reasons as to why I decided to quit and leave without a backup plan. For my type of role in this organization, I think it is safe to say I was working long hours because even when I wasn't physically at my job premises, I had to be alert and be on standby to be able to respond to all messages, all calls, and give any information that's needed on a daily basis, Monday to Sunday, from morning till like night time. It was an expectation of my role as the manager. I do think that the tipping point for me was just the constant pressure from a certain stakeholder. This was not just a week, this was actually building up for months, and this entire situation at work made me so anxious and made me very uncomfortable because it was going against what was initially discussed and agreed upon. A big side effect from a demanding 9 to 5 is the fact that it pulls you away from your real life. At some point, I had to stop being consistent on YouTube, and this is the primary way where I actually release my stress, and this is something I really like to do, and I just could not imagine this being taken away from me. In times that I did show up, I remember talking sometimes about work and how I was feeling, but I really did not go in depth, and I would make cryptic jokes about work, but I really could not tell you guys what was going on. And in the end, I realized that I wasn't doing things the way I wanted to do them. I did not have time for myself. I was breaking out so bad. My skin was reacting to every single thing. I lost so much weight and I was really burnt out. And to top it off, I developed this crazy anxiety. I was breaking down for no good reason. I would go to bed and wake up, get up just to get ready for work. I would spend the next couple of minutes crying out my eyes because I was so stressed. Another factor is, and I think I mentioned this in the video I talked about earlier, maybe it's because of how the economy is and how expensive things have gotten and inflation and all of that. But with this job, there was no upward mobility in my finances and overall income. I literally felt stuck and I felt like I was in the same cycle. I felt stagnant and I felt like I was putting in so much work and I wasn't moving anywhere. All of these things made me take a step back to look at things and critically reevaluate my situation. Even though all it took for me was to get back from work at around 8 p.m. on that day and type that email, it was one of the hardest decisions I have ever had to make, and it was scary. I was so scared my my chest was beating so fast. It had actually taken me several months to wonder and ponder if sending in my resignation and quitting was the right way to go. There were so many unanswered questions I was asking myself during this period. If I quit, what was I going to do? If I quit, what would happen to my team? What would happen at work? How are things going to go? But one thing I realized is that everybody is replaceable. I am replaceable. No one is indispensable. Everyone in the world is replaceable. And I understand that, yeah, we all have our unique abilities and gifts. But the thing is, the world is going to move on with or without you. So it all boiled down to me putting myself first and making the decision that was going to help me in the long run without anyone's influence but myself. After spending hours and hours of thinking about my decision, I came to the conclusion that I wanted to do what matters to me. I wanted to make the money that matters to me, even if it was $1. And yes, YouTube income is not something that is able to sustain me or take care of my bills yet, but I know I am truly happy and content with every single cent I make on this app while I create content. I think it is okay to be selfish about your life because this is your life and you only get to live once, and this is the life that you get to live. So why not spend it doing the things that make you happy? Why not spend it doing what absolutely gives you peace, makes you feel heard and seen? I kept asking myself what it would be like if I put in all my time and energy into doing what I love. I mean, imagine what you can accomplish if you pour in your all on what truly brings you fulfillment and joy. Right now, I get to spend my time creating content, and even though it is not bringing in a significant monthly income, because to be honest, I don't even remember the last time I got paid from YouTube, even though I am monetized. Yes, with YouTube AdSense, you have to get to a threshold of $100 before you get paid. With my channel size, my views, there are a lot of factors that play into this. I don't get to make up to 100 every single month, so it takes a while for it to build up before I get paid. But I don't mind because I wake up every day with so much excitement to create and talk to the camera. I am able to do what I want to do, make my research, learn new things and implement them into my videos, and just take it one step at a time every single day. My biggest lesson from all this is realizing that the most powerful and valuable thing in our life is time. And this is one thing that you cannot buy. This is one thing that doesn't wait for anyone. And this is one thing you cannot get back once it's gone. I don't want to look back several years from now and wonder why I stayed at a place that I wasn't happy at. I am by no means encouraging you to do what I did, especially doing it without a backup plan. And I know you may wonder, is it not too late to leave that career? Is it not too late to start afresh? How do I leave what I am already used to, what I have spent so much time and effort doing, and go down a new path? Ask yourself what your answer would be 20 years from now if you ask yourself these exact same questions. Even though this was a very tough decision and one of the most difficult things ever, and very scary, I cannot lie that quitting my 9 to 5 may just be one of the best things that has happened to me in a long time. And I cannot wait to share with you guys how life has been since I did this. But I am super excited. I would really love to hear your thoughts, so let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I am going to see you in the next one.